So specifically when it comes to dresses, if you're planning an elopement where we're going to be in the park a lot, I don't want to tell people you can't get that long, big, gorgeous gown with the huge train. Just know that it's going to get covered in dirt and leaves and may snag on things, depending upon the material. It may need to be carried if it can't be bustled. It will restrict your movement. It will definitely impact the experience. Now, you may not care, and that's fine. And that can still be very beautiful in the pictures. The dirt doesn't usually show up, especially if it's on the back of the dress, very much. We'll try and pick out leaves and that kind of stuff. You know, so you may want to go for a gown that maybe just hits the floor or is shorter in that case, if you don't want to deal with the gown with the bustle. You know, or bring someone to help. My assistant can help somewhat, but usually while we're walking, it can greatly impact our ability to take photos while you're walking if you have a big dress that needs to be carried because we're worried about getting damaged or something. So I would definitely not wear something that you really cared about or there was heirloom. No, we're going to be walking in the woods or on concrete or something like that. I think, I don't know, that's my opinion. People do what you want. Again, as long as it fits, I really don't care. But just be mindful that every single wedding dress that I've ever seen in the park is gonna get dirty. It's just what happens. Even inside churches, believe it or not, the ground is often quite dirty, you know. So you will be paying for it to be cleaned at the end of the day for sure, no matter what we do. Oh yeah, and make sure you know how to do the bustle. That's really important, so you can move around and not have to carry it. And then ideally somebody with you knows how to do the bustle. If you see a bunch of various coded things and it's complicated, do not buy that dress. Save yourself a headache. You're eloping or having a small wedding. You want it to be more simple. Don't do that. I even had a bustle nightmare on my own wedding day where they couldn't figure it out even though we had practiced. So if it's really complicated, either you have somebody who really knows what they're doing on hand, or you just opt for something something more simple. Okay. Right. So same thing for the suits and tuxes. You want to make sure that everything fits well, that the style is appropriate for the look that you're going for. I'm not super expert in in sort of suits attire, but I know there are some rules with the way things are supposed to fit. So again, that gets back to having it fitted properly, getting alterations if you need it, so that you will look and feel like $1,000,000, because all of that matters. Okay, so most important when it comes to attire, shoes. Aside from fitting well, shoes are really important. You got to break those suckers in, especially the guys, because guys be in pain. Break those shoes in. And when it comes to high heels, always bring a backup pair. I don't care if you're like, oh, I can walk all day in these. Like, you know, the heat, humidity can affect that. The shoe could break. I mean, I could go on a long list of reasons why you want to have a backup pair of shoes with you that you can walk in. Ideally be photographed in, but if not, that's okay. We'll sort that out if need be. A lot of times we'll walk from location to location and take photos, and you can put your heels on for that location, but it's really imperative that you have a backup pair of shoes. Now, I always keep a backup pair of these really cute little rescue flats in my bag. I usually keep the size medium in there, which is about a size, I think it's 7, 8, just in case as a backup, because I want to make sure that we can keep moving and walking. If you're in the middle of, and this actually happens, it's a true story. We're in the middle of Central Park and the bride's shoe broke. It just literally came apart. It was really hot. I don't know if it was a vintage shoe or just an older shoe. The glue just like literally separated. So one of the reasons I have an assistant, we sent her to go, and it was not close. There are no Dwayne Reeds or Rite Aids by the park. She had to go buy super glue, and then came back and we super glued the shoe, and then she was able to walk. I learned my lesson from that, and that's why I now, and even then I was reminding people to carry these with them, but people forget sometimes or think, oh, these shoes are fine. I've worn them for years. They're great. Well, that was the downfall in this one, because they did not survive the day. Anyway, so I keep those rescue flats with me. You can certainly bring your own. Just know that, yeah, that not having the right footwear can be a huge impact on an elopement, because we're going to be doing so much walking. And I also want you to be comfortable. It gets back to what I was saying about the attire. You know, you look good, you feel good, you're not worried about stuff, you're going to photograph better. And at the end of the day, I want you to look great. I want you to love your photographs.